Three State Department officials are scheduled to testify before a House committee today about the deadly Benghazi attacks. The Obama administration initially ruled those attacks as a spontaneous protest.
But later it revealed it believed the attacks were acts of terror. Some Republicans argued the changing story was an attempt by Democrats to save face. 4 Americans, including U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens, died in those attacks.
And those Benghazi hearings will be a big talk around the nation's capital today.
Absolutely. Republican Congressman Mark Meadows is a member of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, which will begin hearings. He joins us now live from Washington.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to be with you.
Yeah, thanks for getting up with us this morning. Congressman, how crucial are these hearings?
Well, I think we're going to hear from 3 witnesses that we've never heard from before, and we'll find that there's real flaws in the ARB report that investigated this originally. So we'll hear new testimony today that will hopefully start to get to the bottom of what really happened on September 11th in Benghazi.
Congressman, let me ask you this. When did the State Department, in your mind, know it was a terror attack after watching Face the Nation Sunday? Maybe it knew from the outset.
Well, you'll hear from one of the witnesses today. I've reviewed some of the testimony, and they knew immediately at 9:40 Benghazi time, really Ambassador Stevens, the last words that perhaps he even said is, Greg, we're under attack. And so they knew at that point that it was not just a protest, that indeed it was an attack. And you'll hear testimony from really the number one guy on the ground after the death of Ambassador Stevens that evening.
Okay, you talk about Ambassador Stevens. Is it true, do you think, that he had asked for more security earlier and nothing was done?
Well, the testimony will speak for itself, but what I've reviewed, obviously, not only did they ask for additional security, but they knew that they were going into a non-secure environment. And truthfully, what we want to do is get to the bottom of it to make sure that more American lives are not lost across the world, because right now we haven't done anything to correct the procedure that was put in place that particular night.
And speaking of the security, one of those big concerns of the Foreign Emergency Support Team, a lot of talk about this morning, a group of security and intelligence professionals who were specializing in responding to the crises, they were reportedly never called on in Benghazi. So why is that, do you think?
Well, there just wasn't enough procedures, and truly protocol was not followed. And as we see it, whether it's a cover-up or whether it's just really a very poor management on part of the State Department, really lives were lost because we didn't come in to protect Americans, and we lost 2 lives that evening, and then another 2 the next morning. And we should have been there, and we should have had security forces in place. And truthfully, they weren't called on to come, or they said, well, we can't get there because it may be over by the time. Well, in an attack, you don't know when it's going to be over with. So we need, whenever we have Americans in harm's way, we need to make sure that we get the word out right away. And I think you'll see that come out today in today's testimony.
And how long do you expect this testimony to last?
I think it's going to be fairly long. It starts at 11:30. We'll be there. We're prepared to go many hours. I will actually be asking questions on the ARB and what lacks in terms of the reports. But in addition to that, we've asked for people back in the district to give us questions, and we'll be submitting those questions for the record. They may not be asked today, but all of those questions will be answered and submitted so that we get answers to those. So as I see it, it's really trying to make sure that we get to the truth, protect these whistleblowers, because there's more folks out there that want to testify, and make sure that the truth gets told.
Okay, Congressman, thank you so much. A lot going to come out of that today for sure. Thanks for being with us this morning.
We'll be right back.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.